Good to have you join us for another edition of Newsline. I am Jennifer Igwe. Now, children deserve to be in safe environment that protects them and ensure they have adequate environment and rights to education, life, dignity, and education. Even the Convention on the Rights of the Child hammers on this. Today we'll be looking at bullying. We have a story that talks about a case in Lagos of a child who allegedly was killed as a result of bullying. Then we will be highlighting a story we have been following, a case of a man, a teacher, who defiled 14 of his pupils and infected them with HIV. We have an update on that story. Then the name Mary Slessor, I'm sure it rings a bell. She is on our lineup today, so you need to stay tuned to find out why. We are also highlighting what brands are doing today, and our package is loaded. But we'll start with the news segment, and Claire Adilabu Abdurazak is in Abuja on standby. Claire, good to see you. I'm sure you remember Mary Slessor.
Seriously, I wonder who doesn't, Jennifer, thank you. But let's begin with the news from Abuja. And President Muhammadu Buhari is back after a 5-day official visit to the United Arab Emirates. The president was received on arrival at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport by his Chief of Staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, FCT Minister Mohammed Musa Bello, Director General, Department of State Services, Yusuf Magaji Bichi, and other senior government officials. During the visit, President Buhari had a very successful outing at Dubai Expo 2020. State House correspondent the Musambo reports that before leaving Dubai, the Nigerian leader granted audience to the chairman of Manafah Group, Sheikh Mohammed bin Faisal Al Kazim, accompanied by Bashiru Hadijia. The Dubai-based consortium informed the president of its genuine interest and commitment to investing in Nigeria's mining and agriculture, as well as telecommunication sectors. The company says it is disposed to signing 3 agreements to begin a robust and highly beneficial relationship with the Nigerian government. And Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates have also resolved to work more closely towards enhancing their win-win cooperation in critical sectors for sustainable growth and development of their people and economies. This came to light during high engagement between President Muhammadu Buhari and the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, as well as the ruler of Dubai and Prime Minister of the UAE, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo again reports that President had before the talks undertaken a guided tour of a company that specializes in the manufacture of military hardware.
The company owned by the UAE government is not only revolutionizing the defense industry, but also changing its fundamentals through innovative technologies and services. On display are a wide range of state-of-the-art capabilities for strategic and tactical demands in respect of land, sea, and air operations.
If you are familiar with the president in terms of his priorities from the country, right from 2015, he had always put securing Nigeria first in his order. That goes a long way to tell you that Nigeria may likely be then doing business without company. By the time Nigeria acquires those capabilities, you can be sure that if insurgents and bandits have been sent to hell already, they will be sent to worse places than hell.
Discussions between President Muhammadu Buhari and the Crown Prince, who is also the Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, held behind closed doors centered on this technological sophistication attained to enable a secure future as well as other areas of common interest.
The Crown Prince emphasized the importance of self-reliance on military hardware, and so their willingness and readiness to transfer technology to develop that capacity in Nigeria. The Crown Prince, pointed out that in the area of energy in particular, especially green energy, and was very keen and willing to cooperate with Nigeria, stress the importance of a sort of win-win relationship, also getting from Nigeria in the areas in which Nigeria has a comparative advantage, and Nigeria also getting from the UAE in those areas that the UAE has a comparative advantage.
Similar discussions were also held between the president and the ruler of Dubai at the Nigerian pavilion, including how the UAE contained COVID-19 through an educational methodology now to be shared with Nigeria. President Buhari also engaged and extracted commitments from a number of UAE-based investors willing to explore as well as exploit the abundant opportunities in Nigeria.
In fact, one of them who is in the field of building specialized hospitals in the UAE, that Dubai is a destination of choice for a large number of Nigerians. The point they were making is that they could also provide the infrastructure for those people not to have to come to Dubai. And Mr. President welcomed that and has given directives, for the Minister of Health to come here and engage with them.
Issues relating to the production and supply of vaccines to Nigeria were also discussed with the potential investors. From Dubai, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
And away from Dubai now, a summit organized by the Presidential Think Tank on Defense and Security aimed at harnessing stakeholders and infrastructural development is to be held at the first quarter of 2022. Secretary Planning Committee Chiako Alfred, who stated this in Abuja at a news briefing, says the summit, earlier scheduled for this year, was shifted to accommodate more stakeholders. Mr. Alfred spoke on areas the summit would focus on, which would impact on the socio-economic development of the nation.
This summit is a high-priority project that aims to engender diverse stakeholder synergy for real-time management solutions, and systemized rapid response strategy to harness expert and operational knowledge and countrywide technical support to enhance threat mitigation and desired security outcomes.
The summit is to build multi-stakeholders' confidence and synergy to attract foreign investors to boost the economy. And executing any war successfully would require adequate logistic planning. Now, this was the prompt for the training of officers across Army Corps and other security agencies by the Nigerian Army College of Logistics. Samuel Johnson reports that the commandant of the college presided over the exercise.
The training with participants from the Nigerian Army formations, the Air Force, Navy, and the police was to equip the officers with skills needed for logistics planning to effectively prosecute wars in contemporary society. Having taken the participants through the combat operations, artillery, support services, and air component, as well as civil-military relations, the commandant of the Nigerian Army College of Logistics expresses confidence in the ability of the course participants to handle logistics, especially in the war against terrorists, insurgents, and bandits, to protect Nigeria's territorial integrity.
Confidence to the Nigerian people is like you can see we're out here, we are training. Our job is to train, train, and train. The more we train, the better we enhance our capacity to function during operations.
He also assured Nigerians that the military operations in parts of the country are being professionally prosecuted.
What we do here is to train our students to be prepared for every eventuality, cooperation with what we call our strategic neighborhood, okay? To how to cooperate with them, how to work with them, and to bring them on the same page with us.
The training held at the 81 Division facility in Agility, Idiroko, Ogun State. In Lagos, Samuel Johnson, NTA News.
And the Directorate of Defense Health Maintenance has cautioned military healthcare providers against treating illegal enrollees under the National Health Insurance Scheme. The Director of Military Health Maintenance at the Defense Headquarters, Rear Admiral Bayo Afolayan, issued the warning in Abuja during a stakeholders meeting with military secondary healthcare providers to strengthen health system in the armed forces.
Where the system is abused and ineligible persons are registered, the result is in failure of the system. As these illegal entries who are not capitated don't contribute anything to the system they are benefiting from. Consequently, healthcare providers must scrupulously ensure that only eligible persons access care on the scheme.
I would like to see things that will up the game as far as statistics taking is important. And if we continue to do this, then we are sure to be on the path of ensuring that we deliver credible health services to not only the people that have helped to keep Nigeria one, but that are still helping now to keep Nigeria one.
Forum is aimed at improving healthcare service delivery to serving and retired members of the armed forces as well as their families. And the Delta State Police Command has arrested a 77-year-old man for allegedly engaging in illegal gun production. Rosemary Omani reports that the command also arrested a 65-year-old gun runner for illegal possession of 130 live cartridges.
The 77-year-old suspect was alleged to be into gun production and selling same to suspected armed robbers. According to the police, his arrest was made possible when a three-man armed robbery gang operating somewhere along Ozora Ugeli Road was under chase. Following the arrest of one of them, he confessed to have purchased his gun from the 77-year-old suspect for the sum of 30,000 naira.
They encountered these hoodlums. Two of them escaped, but one of them was arrested. On arresting him, he said he had already thrown away his arm in the bush. The command crack squad raided one of the hideouts, one of these criminal hideouts in Emevo, where a 65-year-old man named Solomon Udanya was arrested.
I know the manufacturer, but they carve wood for vigilantes and also hunters.
Second suspect, who hails from Emevo in Isoko North, was nabbed for illegal possession of 130 live cartridges, packs of tramadol, codeine, and contraband drugs.
I don't sell to cultists and armed robbers. I don't sell to them. It's only the vigilante.
Investigations are ongoing in Asaba. I am Rosemary Omani, NTA News.
Now, the role of the Nigerian media in fostering national peace and unity has been reiterated at this year's annual FRCN NTA Vaughan Service of Nine Lessons and Carols. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo's message to the gathering, which notes this, also points out the need for religious tolerance among citizens. Our correspondent Elizabeth Omori was there.
Voices and instruments harmonized in different musical ensembles as choir groups and solo artists celebrate the season of the birth of Jesus Christ at the FRCN, NTA and Vaughan Service of Nine Lessons and Carols. From the prophecies to the birth and death of the Messiah, the 9 lessons told the story of the person, power, and mission of Christ as the hope of salvation for the world.
For unto us a child is born, Unto us a son is given. He shall be great and shall be called the Son of the Highest.
Drawing from the 2021 theme of the annual event, Peace Be Still, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, in a message delivered by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, encouraged Nigerians to remain committed to renew faith in God and the Nigeria projects.
Despite our ethnic, religious, and political differences, we are better and stronger together as one nation than as divided entities.
Let us work hard for peace, and this peace we need. We want it to flow like a river throughout Nigeria. We've come to the 12th month of the year. Nigeria is still standing. And we have no other thing except continue to pray.
In all circumstances, we should embrace peace and not war.
May peace reign in our country, Nigeria, in Jesus' name.
High point of the evening of message and music was the delivery of the classical Christmas song, Silent Night, rendered with candles lit, and the performance of the NTA choir. In Abuja, Elizabeth Omori, NT News.
Spectacular there. Now, statistics shows that the world's population is increasing at a rapid level with attendant pressure on food stocks as the world marks this year's Soil Day with focus on hot salinization boost soil productivity. Our correspondent Onangie Fineface takes a look at challenges facing sustainable agricultural practices in Nigeria.
A farmer patiently tilling the soil in expectation of bountiful harvest. Among the challenges faced by this farmer and others like him is high salinization, referred to by soil experts as plenty of salt in the soil, negatively affecting crop output. The Soil Science Society of Nigeria wants farmers to be on the alert by taking preventive measures to minimize its effects.
Salinity is a growing problem around the globe, especially in soils of the semi-arid and arid regions. Excess salt in the root zone of crops disperse soil aggregates, making it difficult for plant roots to extract water and nutrients from the soil. Soil salinization is a major land degradation process that reduces soil fertility and promotes desertification processes in dryland areas. The World Bank estimates that soil salinization due to inappropriate irrigation practices affect about 60 million hectares of land.
The United Nations advises farmers to adopt sustainable farming method in Abuja. Onangie Fineface, NTA News.
And that's part of the NYSC's commitment to encourage more eligible Nigerian graduates to obey the clarion call for National Youth Service after graduation and curb vices like absenteeism. The National Youth Service Corps unveiled its maiden movie titled A Call to Service in Abuja. Olanka Ojo reports that the more than 2 hours movie depicts the relevance of the scheme.
Times ago, there were calls from different quarters conversing for the scrapping of the NYSC.
To the entire NYSC, the answer is this premiere and this movie.
Every graduate under the age of 30 must do a 1-year service for his country.
But this movie, entitled A Call to Service, serves as an instrument for better understanding of the workings of the scheme.
Going for it. Why are you stalking me?
Being an advocacy and sensitization tool, the movie seeks to engender greater commitment of stakeholders to their responsibilities, as it x-rays the story of a boy from a wealthy home, desperate of becoming a governor, but absconded during his service year. Unknown to him that his decision will affect his political career.
Despite your curiosity to achieve your dream, always pass through the process. It will help you now, tomorrow, and forever.
For the Director General of the NYSC, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, the NYSC movie will not only serve as instrument for entertainment and education.
The movie will also encourage our youth to be vanguards for the promotion of patriotism, national unity, peace, and cohesion.
The NYSC movie is expected to hit the cinema within and outside the country soon. Olainka Ojo, NTA News.
Interesting movie to watch indeed. All right, time to talk sports now. And did you know that the Federation of Public Service Games is ongoing in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital? Onchukwunoso is making NTA proud. Bade is here with me in the studio. Bade, what's happening?
In fact, I must tell you, it's very much beautiful. NTA now with 2 gold medals, and we're still counting. All right, welcome to Sports Update. NTA claimed its first gold medal at the ongoing Federation of Public Service Games in Ilorin, Kwara State on Sunday in the men's singles event in tennis as Chukwunonso Nwabueze beat Pius Edet for the second time in the finals 4-love, 5-3. Nwabueze then teamed up with Dennis Amo to beat Pius Edet and Kule Ajibola of NPA in 2 sets to win gold in men's tennis doubles event. In the football event, Team NTA beat Federal Ministry of Finance 2-0 in the last group game to top Group C with 9 points. They will face the Federal Ministry of Works in the second round Monday morning.
Glory be to God. And then in the football event, we were able to get our maximum 9 points after 3 games. At the moment, we are top of the table and we have a game at hand, but we already qualified to the quarter-final. And Scrabble, chess, Ayo, and volleyball. So as events unfold, we'll continue to update everybody. But so far, so good.
And of course, congratulations are in order for Team NTA. Moving on, 2-time World Cup silver medalist Nigeria's under-20 women's football team, better known as the Falconets, continued from where they left it off in the second round by hammering host Congo 4-0 in the first leg of their FIFA under-20 Women's World Cup African qualifying third round fixture in Brazzaville on Sunday. Goals by Mercy Doko, Flourish Sebastian, Esther Onyenezide and Deborah Jibola condemned Congo conquerors of Egypt to a near-hopeless situation in the return leg, which will hold at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, Lagos on Saturday, December the 18th. Moving on, Aimba International secured a 2-0 victory over Libyan side Al Ittihad in the playoff round of the CAF Confederation Cup on Sunday in Aba. The fans of the People's Elephants did not have to wait for too long for the curtain raiser as Sadiq Abubakar headed the host in front in the 21st minute, having connected well with a cross from Bilal Yakubu. Victor Mboma then doubled the Aimba's lead before halftime as George Finidi's men held on to claim the 2-goal advantage. Both sides will now await confirmation from the Confederation of African Football for the decision on when the Itato first leg fixture will be replayed. And finally, to England now, Ralph Rangnick's reign at Manchester United got off to a winning start as Fred's late winner overcame a stubborn Crystal Palace 1-0 at Old Trafford. The victory extends United's post-Ole Gunnar Solskjaer unbeaten run in all competitions to 4 matches and lifts them to 6th in the Premier League table, 3 points outside the top 4. In other results, Steven Gerrard overcame his former boss, Brendan Rodgers, as Aston Villa beat Leicester City 2-1. Tottenham hammered Norwich City 3-0, while Leeds United scored late to earn a 2-2 draw against visiting Brentford. Beautiful day, and let's let you know that Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen are now level on points in the race for the Drivers' Championship of the Formula One this season after Lewis Hamilton won the race this evening. We cannot wait to see the final race that will be on December the 13th. Beautiful there. And of course, that's sports. Back to Claire.
Bade, thank you, and it's congratulations to Team NTA. More wins for you. And President Muhammadu Buhari has described the death of Nigeria's former Chief of Army Staff, General Mohammed Inuwa Wushishi, as the sad loss of a thoroughbred professional soldier, an officer and a gentleman whose contributions to the fatherland are immeasurable. The president, in a condolence message, says General Wushishi was an epitome of discipline and dedication to service, and he was also a role model for both the officers and the rank and file. The president extended his condolences to the family of the deceased, the Nigerian Army, as well as government and people of Niger State. And that's the news from here in Abuja. Don't forget, always join us in our campaign against rape and rapists. And talking about Mary Slessor, that was a very, very strong woman who put an end to the killing of twins in Calabar. Jennifer Igwe will give you all the details when she comes back.
For Nigeria, for Africa, and the world. From all of us at Glow, we wish you joy unlimited.
What if you stumble into an opportunity at your own convenience? What if you stumble into a friendly stranger and all you had to do is wave? What if you unlock the opportunity of a lifetime with this new acquaintance in a branded shirt? What if all you have to do is your favorite things in your favorite places? Shopping at the mall, having a weekend getaway, or going to the movies? Your future is right outside your door. We are closer than you think.
Hey there, what's on your bucket list? Would you like to travel the world, live your best life? What if I told you you could blow right this minute and do everything on that list? Airtel is saying thank you to all loyal customers. You stand a chance to win up to 100 million naira with guaranteed cash tokens in the Airtel Recharge and Blow promo. How awesome is that? All you have to do is recharge to win. For more information, dial *444*4# to enter for the draw. Everyone's a winner, so hurry now. The more you recharge, the more you win.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
The Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, in collaboration with Usmanu Danfodio University, Sokoto, will be holding a national symposium on taxation and the challenges of external shocks, lessons and policy options in Nigeria. This symposium aims to bring together discussants from the academic and professional fields to discuss key issues on tax administration in Nigeria and will focus on tax reform and infrastructural development, ease of doing business, survival of SMEs in the post-COVID era, improving and strengthening Nigerian tax administration. In attendance will be the Senate President, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Guest Speaker, Ufeko Umegu Okaru, former Executive Chairman, FIRS. Panelists, Mr. Matthew Gujumbola, Mr. Taiwo Yedele, Mr. A.U. Sander, Dr. Mohammed Aliu Momo. Venue, Congress Hall, Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja. Date, 6th December. Time, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Attendance is strictly by invitation. It pays to pay your tax. Muhammad Nami, Executive Chairman, FIRS. Announcer.
The Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Senator Dr. George Akume, invites local government chairmen and executives to a 2-day retreat on good governance, resource mobilization, and public financial management for rural areas development. Date, Monday 6th to Tuesday 7th December 2021. Venue, Ibom Hall, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Time, registration from 9 a.m. daily. All COVID-19 protocols will be strictly adhered to. Ambassador Antonia E. Ekpa, PhD, Permanent Secretary, Announcer.
The Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria presents 2021 International Legislative Stakeholders Conference on Digital Technology and Cybersecurity with a theme, The Digital Theater and the Future of Nigeria. Date, 7th to 9th December 2021. Time, 9 a.m. Venue, the main auditorium, Zio's Paradise Hotel, number 1 Domenico Gito Street, beside Satraco, Mabushi, FCT, Abuja. Chief hosts, the Senate President, Senator Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan. Host, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Information Communication Technology and Cybercrime, Senator Yakubu Oseni. Special guest, the Chairman, House Committee on ICT, Honorable Abubakar Lado, and the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, FNCS, FBCS, FIIM. This conference is sponsored by the National Information Technology Development Agency, NETDA, under the supervision of the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. Announcer Ayo O.E. Ogon. Clerk to the committee for Chairman.
The Presidential Steering Committee, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Health and the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, has approved the administration of booster doses for persons that have completed 2 doses of AstraZeneca, Moderna, Pfizer-BioNTech, or 1 dose of Johnson & Johnson. The eligibility criteria for a booster dose include any person 18 years and above, time interval of 6 months and more after receiving the 2nd dose of AstraZeneca, Moderna, or Pfizer-BioNTech, time interval of 2 months or more after receiving the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Visit the nearest health facility or mass vaccination site for your booster dose from 10th December 2021 across all states of the Federation. The list of the vaccination sites is available on the NPHCDA website, www.nphcda.gov.ng. For greater protection against COVID-19, go get the booster dose now. For more information, contact the NPHCDA COVID-19 call center on 070 0220 1122 for assistance. This message is from the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency.
Come back. Now, the death of 12-year-old Sylvester Oromoni, a student of Dowen College, Lagos, is a burning story and issue trending now, with many celebrities calling for thorough investigation and justice with the hashtag Justice for Sylvester. Imole Ayotugede has update.
Joyful day for Sylvester Oromoni Jr., a student of Dowen College in Lekki, Lagos, but it became a sober event done in his absence. S-L-Y. Some Nigerians besieged his school, bearing gifts and flowers to mark his birthday on Saturday.
Came out here today just to kind of be here. He could not have been here to celebrate his birthday. It's just really sad, and you know, I can't imagine what the family is going through.
The 12-year-old was allegedly tortured by some of his seniors in boarding school for refusing to join a secret cult group. The school had initially dismissed this claim through an official memo stating that the deceased sustained injuries while playing football with other students. NTA News visited the school but was told no management staff was available to speak on the matter. Several phone calls to the school authorities went unanswered. However, the circumstances behind Sylvester's death remained controversial as videos of the deceased writhing in pains surfaced on social media. Sylvester's father also narrated the circumstances that led to his death.
He was complaining of my chest, my back, my waist, my tummy. So the complaints were then the throat. The complaint of the throat every 5 minutes. He will open his mouth, check this side, check this side. So we'll take him for test for the whole body. Then they now said he has a liver enlargement. Then the injury, the swollen part, the waist, and then the chest, the tummy too. One side is already swollen.
One of his sisters, who attends the same school, said the bullying started as soon as an official report was made to the school authority by the family concerning the bad things his friends were trying to teach him.
I felt really bad. I knew that they were going to treat my brother very bad because he opened up. So I was making sure of it. Some people even thought I was crazy at that point.
Sylvester's father said his son made his last-minute open confessions confirming that he was molested and violently assaulted by 5 senior students.
They used bed to beat him first. So when he fell out from the bed, they now started kicking and step on him. So all these injuries, this pain is passing to him. It's as a result of that beating. They now forced him. They gave him something to drink, but he did not know what they gave to him.
The family of the deceased condemned the reaction of the school to the tragic incident.
The house master, the principal, nobody called until this boy gave up the ghost. I was even the one who called the principal that, Madam, my pikin don't die.
The Commissioner of Police, Akim Odumosu, in a statement, assured Nigerians that the strange circumstances surrounding the incident will be unraveled as the Homicide Section of the State Criminal Investigation Department, BANTI, has been directed to take over investigations and all available human and material resources have been deployed.
What I want is justice for my pikin because my side was poisoned.
Meanwhile, the Lagos State government has ordered an indefinite closure of the school pending investigations.
Parents, please teach and train your children that bullying is a no-no. We are on this case and we will keep you posted. Now, the 48-year-old grade 2 primary school teacher Usman Galadima in Niger State, who was accused of sexually abusing 14 of his pupils, is in the news again. This time, he is appealing to the magistrate court handling the case for temporary freedom. Mukhtar Abubakar Wowo is standing by with updates.
It will be recalled that the 48-year-old teacher of the Central Primary School Karabonde in Bargu local government area of Niger State, Usman Galadima, was accused of sexual abuse against 14 of his pupils, with one abandoning school for fear of molestation and intimidation. From the police net, the teacher was moved to the Senior Magistrate Court 5 Chanchaga, where he was arraigned on 13 false information reports prepared by the police for each of the 13 pupils aged between 7 and 9 allegedly abused sexually by the suspect. After the case was mentioned a few weeks ago, the suspect, Usman Galadima, was sent to the Mina Medium Custodial Center to await the hearing and determination of the case. On this adjourned date, however, he filed a bail application through his counsel, praying the court to grant him bail pending the hearing and determination of the allegations against him.
I don't want to give statement in this case.
The prosecution, however, opposed the bail application. Meanwhile, hearing of the pupils' cases proceeded even though they were not able to appear before the senior magistrate Sa'adatu Abubakar Gambo to narrate their ordeals in the hand of the accused grade 2 teacher Usman Galadima.
They were unable to attend the court sitting due to circumstances that were totally beyond our control, but we are making frenetic efforts to ensure at the next adjourning date that all of them are going to be present.
The hearing has commenced in earnest, and we start by introducing to the court what the police have uncovered based on the allegations against him.
The court has, however, slated the 13, 14, and 15 of December this year to determine whether or not to grant the accused teacher, Usman Galadima, a temporary freedom to go back to the society and for the continuation of the hearing.
Of course, we'll keep you posted. We are on the side of justice. Now, 173 years down the line, Her legacies still speak, and beneficiaries of her human rights interventions are now advocating that the Nigerian government and the United Nations immortalize this selfless angel sent to this part of the world over a century ago. The people's advocacy is for a woman who laid down her life to ensure that twins and other multiple births lived to fulfill their destinies. Let's join Ifoma Ahoje for more on this.
She is Mary Michelle Slessor, a Scottish missionary that came to Nigeria at the age of 28. Mary Slessor, who settled among the Efik people in the then Cross River State, was famous not just for her missionary work, but for her selfless fights to end social injustice and deprivation among the locals, especially her effort to stop the killing of twins.
Mary Slessor was a great woman. As at the time she came to Nigeria, everywhere was almost like a state of nature. Development was not there. So even all the places she went to around Calabar here, even forest and all that, just to save life.
We had a great woman that left the comfort of Aberdeen, Scotland, coming into Africa, where they used to kill the male missionary. But she came in as a savior.
Our time was very, very difficult. How can we, my mom was in the bush. We lived there, there was no food for us, no good care, no care. Under the rain, we were in the bush. Under the sun, we were in the bush with my mother. They said my mother was to be there.
Now imagine that all the twins and multiple birth persons you know today were killed at infancy and their mothers banished from the community. Horrible, isn't it? The thought of this may explain why hundreds of twins from across Nigeria would converge to eulogize Mary Slessor for paying the price for their survival, even long before they were born.
We can call her a saint. She came far in time ahead of her time. She came far ahead of her time. And some of the things we are still fighting for today were things she fought for years back.
These ones who pride themselves as Mary Slessor's children are advocating that she be immortalized.
The government needs to give us a day to celebrate our mother, Mary Slessor. She did a great work in the life of twins. Look around you. Without her, I don't think any of us would still be here.
Some eminent chiefs, they used to bury their slaves or their servants with them, alive. She made sure she stopped all those traditions. There are so many things that she did. So I think it would be a good one if a day is set aside to remember her.
We need a signature to the United Nations to declare 2nd December to immortalize this woman, to keep a memory that a memory still lives on because of her great work.
This advocacy climax in a colorful twin street carnival where multiple birth Nigerians from all walks of life celebrated their unique heritage to mark Mary Slessor's 173 posthumous birthday.
Imagine the level of ignorance then. Today, many desire and pray to birth twins, triplets, and even more. Now to arts and culture. When the National Festival of Arts and Culture, NAFEST, was held in Ekiti, many in Ado-Ekiti, the state's capital, could not recognize it. The ancient city was buzzing with excitement for 1 week as mass culture and arts it has never seen before was showcased. 31 states mobilized their cultural ambassadors to Ekiti, and the atmosphere was just cultural. Hamisi Rogo has more for us.
When you see the old girls take to the stage, you know it is not merely a memory of the time past, but also a celebration of the present. The present was good in Ekiti State, as the National Festival of Arts and Culture picked up in Ado-Ekiti, the said capital, and the spirit of the celebration of Nigeria's rich culture was on everyone. Like is usual with the NAFEST, it was a week of relentless exhibition of the diversified features of Nigeria's genius in arts and culture, of which dance is merely a feature. I ran into a remarkable scenario in one of the several pavilions in the cultural market put up by NAFES in Ikiti. In open air, men were pounding yam and a group of singers were on hand. It is actually a pavilion belonging to Ekiti State, and there is a story to it. It may come as a surprise to many that Ekiti State cultivates yam on a large scale. Not only does it cultivate it, as a Yoruba community, Ekiti State knows more about yam than it does know about amala. This cultural engagement is actually one of several rituals attached to yam cultivation or yam eating in Ekiti State. The eating here is a stop of the Nollywood.
Nobody will give it to Ekiti State that they are large producers of yam to the extent that they have a serious celebration to celebrate yam, to cook it or to boil it and to pound it. Today I have seen it. It is a beautiful life. You need to go around this world, you need to go around this country to see the beauty that is concealed around this country you call Nigeria and what unifies us together. Well, there has been a lot of celebration tied to it, dance, music, everything. The ultimate thing now is to eat from the mortar itself. The pounded yam need not to go out of the mortar. It has to be eaten there, and I'm going to be part of that eating. Thank you very much.
It may go on record that Ekiti State cultivates yam on rocks, a feat that can make the savannas of the North Central and the forests of the Southeast green with the envy. Then, it is the promise of how rich is Nigerian culture that NAPES always pleased to the world.
Beauty and power of culture. Time for a break. Newsline continues shortly.
6 o'clock in the morning, getting set for another day. Another chance to change my story. I believe in my hustle. I know be lazy person, but life is just a knock me gospels. If it don't close, I go find another. If I fall down, I go try to cover. If it ever walk me, I know they bother. Cause I believe say I go surely prosper. They don't get that shit won't be.
Whatever life brings, we move. Turn up your dreams. MTN, everywhere you go.
There's a saying that Christmas is what you make of it. At Bedmate Furniture, we enjoy making your Christmas comfortable and exciting with the furniture we provide you. That's why from 1st November to 18 December 2021, Bedmates offers you and your loved ones amazing luxury furniture your home loves and truly needs at up to 70% discount. You also stand a chance to win fridges, TVs, washing machines, and many more as we keep making your living better through the furniture you love.
Everybody knows the secret to good cooking is that special ingredient. The mothers know it, but does this new generation know it? Let's find out. Mothers, daughters, are you ready? Yes! Let the cooking begin.
Erisco tomato paste. Now we get home, now we get love, now we get children. With a spice the world, with a meal so great and so healthy. You know we've got your back. Oh, with Erisco, Rigico, Nagico.
Ladies and gentlemen, food is ready.
Food of
Erisco Richico and Najiko tomato paste is made by Erisco Foods Limited, feeding Africans with healthy foods.
This is beautiful.
Quality is vital. Quality is Vitafoam.
Hello, honey.
Hey, baby.
Wow. Those guys are good in bed.
What?
Yes, we're good in bed. Hurry now to any Vitafoam accredited dealer nationwide or visit us online on www.vitafoamng.com to place your order today. Vitafoam, the fine art of living.
The Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19 quarterly invites heads of federal government ministries, departments and agencies, state commissioners, heads of development agencies, heads of diplomatic missions, stakeholders from the private sector, members of the academia, civil society organizations, and other stakeholders in the fight against COVID-19 to the 2021 National Summit on COVID-19 with the theme, Pushing Through the Last Mile to End the Pandemic. Chief host, Mr. Boss Mustafa, Secretary to the Government of the Federation and the Chairman, Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19. Special guest of honor, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Date, 6th to 7th December 2021. Venue, Muhammadu Buhari Conference Center at the National Intelligence Agency Complex at Sokoro, Abuja. Time, 9 a.m. daily. Announcer, Dr. Mukhtar Mohammed, Technical Head, Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19.
Gender-based violence is a gross violation of women and girls' fundamental human rights.
Women and girls have been denied their basic human rights.
In Nigeria, 9% of women aged 15 to 49 have suffered sexual violence.
Providing access to gender-based violence services enables us to fulfill the SDG goal number 5.
All women and girls must have access to reproductive health services.
I called on government, religious and community leaders to adopt the culture of zero gender-based violence and harmful practices.
Say no to gender-based violence.
When times are tough, we know that as a mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health, because they deserve the best. Oral-B, all-round protection. Its great value, it protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
Don't be here on time.
Right on time. Your loved ones will rush home for tasty meals prepared with Sonia tomato mix.
Yummy times 2.
It's so good eating together with the family.
Thanks to Sonia. Sonia tomato mix brings you together.
Come back. Now to Glow Joy Unlimited promo. It was early Christmas gifts indeed for some Globacom customers. The telecommunication giant sustained its program of rewarding customers over the years despite economic challenges. Esteemed customers of the network in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, went home with gifts in 6 figures of naira in the Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza customer promo. Lanre Gbeleyi tells us more.
Appreciating its customers for staying with the telecommunication brand has become a tradition for Globacom Telecommunication Company. This tradition continues this year as the customer reward promo Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza train made a stop in a Santa Claus style in Ibadan to put big smiles on the faces of customers in the ancient city.
This promo is a combo. It has different legs to it. There is a lot of prizes to be won. We have over about 500,000 reward items that people are going to win in this extravaganza promo. I'm talking about 500,000 prizes that Nigerians have the opportunity of winning. And it's not limited to any particular group. It's cut across everybody who uses our network currently, and even those who have the opportunity of coming on board.
Items such as refrigerators, power generators, smart TVs, and grand prize of Kia Rio car were up for grabs for customers, with winners gushing with joy.
They called me with 1-to-1 to come to their office to said I win a TV. I just said it's lie because I don't even know at all that it can be so.
I did not believe. I believe it's a scammer. So most of my friends, my colleague, my relative, they discouraged me. I did not want to come. Until I come, I just summoned courage just to come this morning, and I witnessed it.
The promo also doubles as marking 18 years of providing telecommunication service to Nigerians. And with the lucky winner satisfied, the reward train will continue in its tracks to other 13 market centers after its stop in Lagos, Enugu, and Ibadan.
Now to wedding bells. A journey of love and mutual understanding between Juliet Ogbeye and the love of her life, Sylvester AJ, brought scores of people to St. John Catholic Church, Kaduna, to witness their joining in holy matrimony. Haruna Mohammed reports that prayers were offered for the new couple to enjoy a prosperous and enduring union. He also captured the sights and sounds of the event.
An entry by Sylvester and Juliet in company of their family members. Before the Reverend Father and altar, they took vows and exchanged rings to seal the marriage.
In the name of the Father, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Reading from the book of Romans, the clergy admonished the couple to love one another and be constant in prayer. Parents of the couple also offered special prayer for a successful marriage.
In the kingdom of heaven, through Christ our Lord.
I feel very, very good. I think this is the best day of my life because I got married to my best friend. She has been all around me all through my life.
We've been together all through our life. I'm so happy, I'm excited. Like, you can see it all over me. I can't believe it, but I thank God. Like, he's my soulmate, he's my everything. He motivates me, he loves me, and he loves God. Everything he does, like, it's just perfect.
I wanted to have a peaceful and happy and loving marriage.
When it comes to marriage, it's all about understanding.
Reception held in honor of the newlywed and toast to a new beginning. NTA family well represented to celebrate one of their own.
Let them live peacefully, let them pray, remain prayerful, and it will be a great union.
Whatever little misunderstanding that may crop up at the initial stage, let them try to solve it among themselves without involving third parties.
They must learn to be patient with each other. They must learn to be tolerant of one another. And they must learn to understand that whatever quarrel, anything that comes, they shouldn't go to bed without solving the problem.
This MRS that we are seeing is not easy to, but I'm happy that my daughter has got it today.
Patience, that's the first thing in marriage. Endurance, then learn how to tolerate each other. And that word sorry, it kills the nerves.
My prayer for them is for God to guide them and protect them and let them live in peace in Jesus' name.
And God should bless their marriage and give them that spirit of understanding that they will carry each other along.
In Nasarawa State, the Council of Elders from the family of late Colonel Francis Ubeyi and Dr. Donatus Eje converged for the traditional handover of their daughter Juliet Ubeyi to her heartthrob Sylvester Eje, according to Idoma tradition.
Congratulations to the young couple. To another love story, history was made in Lagos when Oyeyemi and Ogunaike families consented to the joining of their children, Adejoke Ogunaike and Babayemi Oyeyemi, in an elaborate wedding ceremony. Annie Daniels was there for Newsline.
When Adejoke Ogunaike and Babayemi Oyeyemi set out to attend a friend's birthday party in 2019, it was to rejoice with the celebrant. Unknown to them, Cupid, the angel of love, was present to ensure their hearts beat as one. And they have come to concretize their relationship in the presence of their families and friends.
A blessed marriage, a fruitful marriage, and shall begin to recall on any other breakthrough.
I proposed on our call to bar, then waited and planned for today, and God is making today blessed, and is going to be blessed for the rest of the day.
I just wish us happiness, fulfilled happiness, and a very wonderful adventure of being together and seeing things and progressing and growing together.
The colors of the day are white and burnt rose. Peace and unending prosperity is the wish of all who have come to rejoice with the couple.
They should continue to communicate. Communication can never be enough in any marriage.
And I pray that they will emulate the parents and, bring off a good family.
What's more, the peaceful and humble nature of the groom's father attracted people from all walks of life to the event. They include the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, represented by the Zonal Director, NTA Lagos Network Center, Lawal Ahmed, the Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, Malam Ibn Mohammed, represented by the Deputy Director News, NTA Lagos Network Center, Musu Shanubi, top government functionaries, captains of industry, past and present commercials. In fact, the list is endless.
They have just come to fix that one knot that will bind them as one, having come from two different backgrounds. Of course, that will see them bringing up children who would also imbibe the cultures of the two sides, especially if there is balance.
The couple should be very prayerful because it is only prayers that can sustain a marriage. The wife should respect the husband, and the husband should also be loving to his wife.
And now it's time for them to endure, to be tolerant of each other, to respect each other's opinion.
The groom's father and Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Oboye Oyeyemi, looking different outside his official uniform, couldn't hide his joy on a day like this.
White is for peace, and we are peaceful people. Okay, we wish them a happy married life. They are good children, and we are proud of them.
She has brought the bone of their bone and the flesh of our flesh, and I have to consider and allow her to go.
The bride, Adejoke, is a legal practitioner from Ogun State, while the groom is an economist from Kwara State. They displayed their dancing skills after performing their first official assignment. No doubt this day will remain memorable in the minds of the Ogunaike and Oyeyemi families, as well as their well-wishers.
Memorable indeed. Congratulations to the couple and family. From wedding bells to drums of culture. Now, the ancient town of Bida stood still as drums were rolled out to honor some illustrious sons of the Emirate who were honored with different traditional titles by the Etsu Nupe and Chairman, Niger State Council of Traditional Rulers, Alhaji Yahaya Abubakar. Deputy Chairman, House of Representatives Committee on Finance, Seidu Musa Abdul, was turbaned as the first Gwarazo Nupe. Vice President Yemi Oshibajo, who was the special guest of honor, was also conferred with the title of Gawan Yaman Nupe by the monarch at the event. Jones Ajayi captured the thrilling moments for Newsline.
Professor Yemi Oshibanjo, who was in Bidda to attend the turbaning ceremony of the Deputy Chairman of the House Committee on Finance, Seidu Musa Abdul, as the Gwarazo Nupe said, government will continue to prioritize agricultural growth and development.
Between July and September 2021, agriculture contributed 30% of Nigeria's total GDP. Nupe land, with its vast farmlands and extensive farming activities, is key to delivering this figure. And we will continue to work with key stakeholders and the people to effectively tackle insecurity challenges in order to achieve a peaceful and prosperous society.
He paid glowing tribute to the Etunupe and Chairman, Niger State Council of Traditional Rulers, Alhaji Yahaya Abubakar, for his role in uniting the Nupe tribe and promoting socio-cultural heritage of the country. The Etunupe appreciated the Vice President for the honor done Nupe land and conferred the title of Garkonya Man Nupe on Professor Yemi Oshibanjo.
Congratulations to the Vice President and all those who were honored. Now, Christians have been charged to be more committed to God and service to humanity, irrespective of any situation in life, as God's work is a never-ending calling. A Nigerian businesswoman and philanthropist, Apostle Folorunso Alakija, stated this at the 25th anniversary of the Amazing Grace Pentecostal Church in Lagos. Diana Ajale reports that the celebration has as its theme, moving on to higher ground.
25 years of existence as a ministry is a milestone that is worth celebrating. For members of the Amazing Grace Pentecostal Church, it was a memorable event as they were joined by dignitaries from all walks of life to mark the silver jubilee of the church. The ceremony featured testimonies and thanksgiving at the church auditorium. Ejike Nabugu and other beneficiaries of the benevolence of Amazing Grace Pentecostal Church expressed gratitude as they testified to the glory of God.
My family and I put together wouldn't have afforded to send me to school. But through her help, by the special grace of God, my 2 legs touched university. I finished the glory of God.
Time to time, she will give us food stuff, provision, ingredients, everything. Is it clothes?
She will not want to rest if there's somebody in need around her. She's a selfless, God-loving woman of God.
Officiating minister, Apostle Folorunso Alakija, whose homily focused on the theme of the celebration, moving on to higher ground, encouraged worshippers to remain committed to the service of God and humanity, irrespective of the situation.
The work of God can never finish, and we need to make sure that we are armed with all the gifts that He has for us so that we can finish well and finish strong.
General Overseer, Amazing Grace Pentecostal Church, Bishop Chioma Grace Dauchi, expressed delight at the faithfulness of God to her and the ministry for the past 25 years.
Security of man can fail us, but that of God. I would suggest we depend on God. Sometimes we think God is slow, but He knows He put things in place, He knows the timing, and He knows how to take care of His people.
Aside preaching and teaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, Amazing Grace Pentecostal Church has imparted positively by reaching out to the needy through continuous distribution of palliatives, as well as lending a helping hand to the vulnerable in the society.
I encourage you to please stand up and be counted. We have to work harder than we have been, and in obedience to the Lord.
The work of God is indeed a never-ending calling. Let's pay some bills. Newsline continues shortly.
Whether you like it or not, the dryness and dust is coming. And this time, it might not give up that easily. But do the people have the power to shake it off?
Well, of course they do, and you do too. Kick dry skin to the curb and get smooth, intensely nourished skin with Nivea's deep moisture lotions and lip balm. Follow the story online, #DoneWithDryness.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
Ike, you are jogging? Since when?
New Freshio, a good source of vitamins A, B6, B12, D, and zinc that keeps you active and refreshed on the go.
Ike is so lively these days.
Since when?
Ike, your presentation is in 30 minutes. This is Ike's third meeting. He has been giving presentations non-stop.
You're so full of life these days, Ike. Since when?
Hey, it's Friday.
Party tonight?
After this long day of work, and you two, since when?
The New Freshio, nutritious goodness every day. Grab your bottle now.
How to make a perfect bowl of love? A perfect blend of taste that brings every ingredient to life. The fusion of different spices. The unique aroma that rejuvenates your senses. The heartwarming deliciousness. And the satisfaction that comes from every bite, which makes you say, I love my Indomie.
Looking fresh for your date? Get even fresher with Close Up. New Close Up Triple Fresh formula. It cleans deeply, fights 99% of bacteria, and cools intensely. Keeping you protected and fresh.
Protected and fresh. Protected and fresh.
Let's take a picture.
Protected and fresh.
Still fresh, still protected.
Feeling good and protected.
All day confidence to get close.
Oh yeah, take me close up, close.
New Close Up Triple Fresh formula.
Grab your special Chivita and Hollandia Christmas packs today. Available while stocks last.
There is a saying that Christmas is what you make of it. At Bedmate Furniture, we enjoy making your Christmas comfortable and exciting with the furniture we provide you. That's why from 1st November to 18 December 2021, Bedmates offers you and your loved ones amazing luxury furniture your home loves and truly needs at up to 70% discount. You also stand a chance to win fridges, TVs, washing machines, and many more as we keep making your living better through the furniture you love.
My schedule can be tight most days, and because I'm always on the go, I need a quick snack or drink to keep me going. And that's why I love my Hollandia yogurt. Every day I choose Hollandia yogurt because it contains protein, calcium, vitamin A, B vitamins, and vitamin H, which my body needs. Hollandia yogurt comes in 2 variants, plain sweetened and strawberry. Wholesome nourishment from your favorite brand.
Does your toothpaste give you complete fresh protection? New Close-Up Toothpaste Complete Fresh Protection takes care of your 5 important oral care needs. It gives you strong teeth, prevents tooth holes, cleans deeply, fights bacteria, and gives you fresh breath. Complete fresh protection from Close-Up.
Big day ahead.
Yummy, yummy, full of nourishment and vitality. Active bodies and sharp minds. Ovaltine 3-in-1. 3-in-1. Ovaltine 3-in-1.
New Ovaltine 3-in-1. Smart choice for smart kids.
Come back. Now, despite the numerous challenges facing Nigeria today, there are still a number of organizations and individuals that go the extra mile to effect positive changes in the society. I Am Nigeria Awards 2021 has recognized this class of influencers, and the Nigerian Television Authority is one of the recipients. Ekene Ndule reports.
Oftentimes, Nigerians wake up with news dwelling on so much negative occurrences in the country, and this usually drowns some of the positive things happening around them. In the midst of these negatives are some influencers who have chosen to be beacons of light in the society. Celebrating the good in the land is the reason why these Nigerians are gathered here. Selected for awards are those who have touched lives in various capacities, including the Nigerian Television Authority, who received the I Am Nigeria COVID-19 Special Commendation Award for its efforts towards mitigating the spread of coronavirus.
For NTA and the present government or the present crop of management we have in NTA led by the DG, Yakubu bin Mohammed, NTA will always put Nigeria and Nigerians first. That's what we've been doing. That's our policy. That's our mandate, and we have kept faith with it.
Those students in the house, they hear their parents make a lot of comments about Nigeria and all that, as if they've given up hope and all that. But, in school, we keep telling them they can make the difference.
For the organizers, so much is possible in Nigeria if Nigerians can rise above parochial interests.
I believe that so much is possible in Nigeria by Nigerians, and young people, like I always say, are the center of that possibility.
It was indeed a gathering of patriots, and these ones believe it is high time those who seek positive changes got involved in the political process to build the Nigeria of their dreams.
Always project the true Nigerian and African perspective. Time for another break. We'll be right back.
Ike, you are jogging? Since when?
New Freshio, a good source of vitamins A, B6, B12, D, and zinc that keeps you active and refreshed on the go.
Ike is so lively these days.
Since when?
Ike, your presentation is in 30 minutes.
Now,
like a bird needs wings to fly, you need skills to be productive. No matter the level of your education, ITF can train you to acquire skills in areas like mechatronics, metal machining, facility technology, electronics and computer networking, information and communication technology, ICT, culinary art, and agriculture. Acquire a skill and transform yourself from being unemployed to becoming even an employer. Be a valuable Nigerian youth. Say no to unemployment and poverty.
It's time.
Industrial Training Fund, developing the nation's human resource.
Come back. It was an emotional moment as the remains of the Nigerian lady Itunu Babalola, who experienced injustice and lost her life in an Ivorian prison, was laid to rest in Ibadan. Lanre Gbeleyi, who was at the Songo Cemetery, says the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission and other federal government representatives took part in the ceremony.
The sad story of Itunu Babalola, who called herself Becky Paul at Côte d'Ivoire, started here in Nigeria, Ibadan to be precise. According to the parents, Itunu got a call when she came home from Côte d'Ivoire that her home in Côte d'Ivoire had been burgled by thieves. This made her dash back to Abuja, where she reportedly was able to identify a suspect. She reported the case to the police there. The events narrated after a report to the police station raised an eyebrow. It was said that the suspect, believed to be a relation to a senior police officer in Côte d'Ivoire, who in turn allegedly offered Itunu a certain amount of money for her to rest the case, to which she refused.
3 days later, I now bring another police and a teenager. That they are looking for that teenager for the past 2-3 weeks. That is the one that took the teenagers. And they now turned the case against her. She was calling me when they come to arrest her. And since then, they have detained her. After that November, by January, there's COVID-19. Yes. From there, they now sentence her for 20 years imprisonment. She called me. The way that they treat her in that prison is terrible. At times they will beat her. At times they will do something that is bad. At times they will seize the phone from her. At times they will not give her food. The 2021, I have to get a link to Honorable Kedabiri, and we discuss. And she promised me that she will help. She called me that I should not, that the federal government will take everything, and they pay for the lawyer, and they will soon release her in the prison. We used to tie hair for the people. We used to make a beans cake. He gathered money, and he sent the money to a caterer here to do me.
Sadly, Itunu Babalola died in prison while the Nigerian government making efforts to resolve the situation. The remains of Itunu was brought back home and now buried in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, after a lot of high-powered diplomatic challenging between the governments of Nigeria and Côte d'Ivoire.
The federal government got to know very, very late, and the government intervened through our mission in Côte d'Ivoire. They got a lawyer for her. The lawyer appealed the judgment in court, and the sentences were reduced from 20 years to 10 years. But still, we are not satisfied because we know she didn't do what she was accused of doing, and then we were pressing on justice. But suddenly, she was taken away from the city to the hinterland. Unfortunately, we just heard that she developed some complication in prison, and behold, within 1 or 2 days, she passed on.
The federal government's delegation used the opportunity to intimate family of Itunu on developments so far and other government's plans to see that there is justice for their daughter.
May her soul rest in peace. The demise of someone described as a virtuous woman, no doubt, leaves indelible memories in the minds of her family members and all that have crossed her path before her departure. This was the case of Mama Cecilia Obekpa, as family members, friends, and well-wishers who converged on her local government area in Kogi State to bid her farewell, eulogized her virtuous and selfless antecedents.
The Christian wake marked the commencement of the funeral rites to eternal glory of late Mama Cecilia Obekpa. Born 25th May 1951 in Unyogugu, Olamaboro local government area of Kogi State, Mama Cecilia, popularly known as Mama JP, grew up in the Catholic faith, featuring in major groups and societies in the Catholic Church. As a devoted Christian, the late Mama Cecilia lived a life of sacrifice to the service of God and humanity, despite her widowhood at a very early age. These and many more attributes the Catholic Bishop of Otukpo Diocese, Michael Apochi, says made her stand out in her endeavors.
Life without Christ is useless life. Living in Christ is life of righteousness. The soul of the righteous shall rest in the hands of God.
The bishop, while reflecting on the life and time of the deceased septuagenarian, appealed to sympathizers not to grieve over her death, but see it as a celebration unto glory. Testimonies of the deceased's good deeds poured out as some members of various organizations of the church took turns to eulogize the deceased.
Care for little children, the old women and men.
When we lost our dad, we knew the head of the family was gone, and she immediately took over the responsibility of the head of the family, and we all know what that means to any widow. So all we could do as her children was to be very faithful, and cooperate with her, love her, give her all the best.
She's a very, very diplomatic human being, disciplined and cultured. She's a very, very jolly good fellow.
Mama is very nice to us. She has been there for us. She stood with us to ensure that all is well with us.
She's a woman that has personality, respect for the husband, respect for the family of the husband.
You say, please my son, don't play with your work. Please my son, don't play with your work, because I don't want my daughter to be disgraced.
Mama Cecilia is survived by 7 children and 18 grandchildren, amongst other relations.
Mama Chinda was the mother of the managing director of Chinda Hotels. That's a package for Newsline today. Thank you for joining us. Let's do it again next week. Good night and God bless Nigeria.